The RMS Titanic, known as the largest and most luxurious passenger liner of its time, set sail on its first and last journey on April 10, 1912. It was a technological marvel and a symbol of progress, believed to be unsinkable. Little did anyone know that it would become the site of one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. Construction of the Titanic began in 1909 at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland. The ship was designed to be the epitome of luxury, equipped with grand staircases, elegant dining rooms, and first-class cabins that rivaled the finest hotels. At 882 feet long and weighing over 46,000 tons, the Titanic was a spectacle to behold. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, bound for New York City. The ship carried over 2,200 passengers and crew, including some of the wealthiest people of the time, as well as immigrants seeking a better life in America. Stops were made at Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now Cobourg, Ireland, before heading out across the Atlantic. On the night of April 14, 1912, at around 11:40 p.m., the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The collision caused a series of small punctures along the ship's starboard side, flooding 5 of its 16 watertight compartments. The ship's design was meant to stay afloat with up to 4 compartments breached, but 5 was a fatal blow. The Titanic began to sink bow first, and over the next 2.5 hours, chaos unfolded. Lifeboats were lowered, but there were not enough for all on board. Many boats were launched only partially filled due to poor communication and panic. At 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, the Titanic broke in half and disappeared beneath the waves. Over 1,500 people perished in the icy waters, while around 700 survivors were rescued by the RMS Carpathia. The tragedy led to sweeping changes in maritime safety laws, including the requirement for sufficient lifeboats for all passengers, lifeboat drills, and improved radio communication. The International Ice Patrol was established to monitor icebergs in the North Atlantic. For decades, the exact location of the Titanic's wreck was unknown. In 1985, an expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard discovered the remains of the Titanic nearly 12,500 feet below the ocean's surface, about 370 miles south of Newfoundland. The discovery sparked a renewed interest in the ship, leading to numerous expeditions and documentaries. The wreckage of the Titanic is in a fragile state, deteriorating rapidly due to corrosion and deep-sea currents. The ship's bow remains largely intact, while the stern is a chaotic debris field. Human intervention, including artifact retrieval and tourism, has also affected the condition of the wreck. In June 2023, the story of the Titanic made headlines again due to a tragic incident involving the Titan submersible. The sub, operated by OceanGate, was on an expedition to view the Titanic wreck. It went missing on June 18, 2023, with 5 people on board. The vessel lost contact about an hour and 45 minutes into its descent. A massive international search was launched, involving ships, planes, and remotely operated underwater vehicles. 4 days later, debris from the Titan submersible was discovered near the Titanic's wreck, indicating a catastrophic implosion. All 5 passengers, including OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, lost their lives. The Titan incident raised concerns about the safety of deep-sea exploration and the protocols followed by private companies. It also reignited discussions about the ethics of visiting the Titanic wreck, with some arguing that it should be left undisturbed out of respect for those who perished in 1912. More than a century after the Titanic's sinking, it remains one of the most enduring and tragic stories in maritime history. The ship's legacy continues to teach us about human ambition, tragedy, and the limits of technology. As we look to the future of underwater exploration, the story of the Titanic reminds us to approach such ventures with caution, respect, and a deep sense of responsibility for the lives that were lost.